Hello. Um, Welcome, I guess, to my channel. My name is Fullon. This is my first attempt at making videos, content, playing video games, and talking over them. So bear with me. It's gonna be a lot of kinks, a lot of stuff to work out. So just hang in there with me. If anyone's watching this, a little coffee today. I'm sorry. But I'll try not to let that disturb anything too much. I'm playing Hades. I really like Supergiant games. I really enjoyed Bastion. I did not play Transistor, which is a sin, really, honestly. A literal crime. Lock me away forever, because that game's really, really good from what I understand. As you can see, I have played this game before, back a good while ago. I played it a good bit when it first came to Steam. I didn't play any of it on the Epic Store. Played it a good bit when it came onto Steam, initial release, and then didn't touch it at all. There was an update that added, oh, I cannot remember the god's name. It's the ice god Demeter, I believe. I want to say it's Demeter. Oh, if I'm getting that wrong, I'm going to get fucking blasted, and I deserve it. But anyway, I'm pretty sure it's Demeter. Played like a couple runs then, and that's it. That's my experience with the game. Now that it is officially in 1.0, though, I want to go back and give it like a nice fresh look. So I believe I am going to clear this save slot and start a new one. Now this is a very story-heavy game, so I'm going to kind of let it take the reins here.
Tales are told of Hades, whose very name inspires fear and penitence, reminding us of the inevitable fate which we all share. I, however, mean to tell you such a tale. Listen carefully.
I really want to let the voice acting and dialogue take over for a lot of this, because I believe that the dialogue is one of the strongest points of this game, for me personally. This game has very, very good dialogue and really good voice acting, just top notch. I love it. So anyway, hello, playing Hades. I'm gonna assume that my viewers know nothing of this game. So we're playing as Zagreus here. We'll learn a bit more about him as we go, but basically my goal is I'm stuck in Hades, otherwise known as Hell, and we're trying to get out, because you know, it's not a cool place to be. Not a lot going on down there that anyone really wants to be a part of. Oh, I should also probably mention, first off, getting hit by one of those dudes, that's just not good. Absolute cowardice. But this game obviously takes place, for the more astute viewers would notice that I mentioned Demeter earlier. This game takes place in Greek mythology, so you've got people like, you know, Hades, god of the underworld in Greek mythology, and the whole lot. You got your Zeus, your Poseidon, all them bad boys, right? And ladies, like...
It's got to be her. Then here goes nothing. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
Hail, noble cousin. Now, let's get you from that miserable place. I'll see that all of us upon Olympus do our part, beginning here with me.
So that's Athena. She's pretty cool. So basically the way this game works, for anyone who has never seen this or knows nothing about it, I don't know why you came to me for your first look at this game, but I'll do my best to explain. So every now and then you'll get a boon from one of the various gods of the Grecian pantheon, right? And these will buff different things. Depending on the god, you'll get different types of boons. But for the most part, they're going to affect one of a few different things. They're going to affect your attack, which I was swinging my sword around earlier, as you saw. For the Xbox controller, that would be your X button. They can affect your cast, which is like a little magic-y ability that you can use. Your dash, which, you know, I think a dash is pretty self-explanatory. You dash. And then what is not listed here is there is also a attack on the Y button that is your special. Now, that varies depending on what weapon you have, but we're getting a little too into it. Yada, yada. So for now, I personally really like Athena's buff for her dash, the fact that you can deflect attacks on dash, which means that, as you see now when I dash, I get these little shields around me, you know? So if I dash through, say, projectiles, they will be shot back at those who well attempted to shoot them at me. And that's just pretty swell. You can also use it like there to like parry attacks, basically. It's not just projectiles, it's any attack. And it also does a little bit of base damage. It's not a lot, but you know, if there's just like a sliver like there, where 2 full combos isn't enough to finish the dude, you can just dash into him and get that last little bit of damage that you need. I'm currently using the sword. It's the first weapon you start with. I like the sword. It's pretty alright. Pretty versatile. The normal X button combo, you got a swing, a chop, and then a stab, right? And then the Y, you do this little shockwave move. I don't use this very much on the base one. There are certain upgrades you can get later that will let it do different things, basically. However, I don't have those yet. So I'm probably just gonna be running around mashing X because I'm like a literal monkey-brained individual. Not a lot of higher cognitive power here, but you know, I do what I can. So these little caster dudes are pretty much jokes. Most of the time you just dunk on them before they even get a chance to shoot at you. You gotta watch out for the spike pit there. There are traps and various hazards throughout the levels that will catch you if you are unawares. So yeah, pick up a health upgrade. Health's just always good, right? So here's where we get a choice now. So you'll notice that these are the doors we're going through, right? And there's an orb there. There's something displayed in the orb. Now that is what you will get when you complete that room. So we'll get some keys over here. Or if we go to this room, we will get some purpley gems. Now that is called Darkness, I believe, or Essence, something like that. Both of these are used to upgrade your character. There are permanent upgrades that you can get between runs. I'm going to go with keys first. I don't really have a good explanation. I just kind of felt like that's what I wanted to do. I don't know if that's optimal or not. I'm not a Hades expert, I'm sorry. But yeah. These big old dudes, I don't know the name of any enemies, so I'm gonna make horrible, awful names for them, and I apologize now for that. But the big old guys, they're like kind of wino Dionysus men. Big old slugmen. They do this charge that's kind of annoying, but other than that, like, there's not really much. They got a lot of health, so you gotta really chunk through them. Now here's a unique mechanic. So up until now, every enemy has had just normal orange health bar, right? Well, here you'll notice these dudes got these yellow health bars. So what this is a shield, where they essentially have, if there are any fighting game players out there, anything with that yellow health bar has super armor. So no matter how much I hit them, I won't stagger them out of their attacks. And as you see, they will just dunk on me because I'm not paying any attention because I'm bad. And it also works as a second health bar, right? So you gotta get through the shield first, and then you can get through their actual health. There are ways to get through shields more efficiently, I guess, with certain boons and whatnot that you can get later from different gods. Suffice it to say, any dude with a shield, no good. Don't like him. Now, I prepared this bit in advance because I wanted to be prepared and professional for you all, but don't know if you caught that on camera. I wanted to crack open a, as they say, a cold beverage to celebrate my very first YouTube video. Really, not even just YouTube video, my very first content creation video in general. I'm going to talk a lot about the game at first, just because, again, I really like this game and it's easy for me to talk about, but in the future, I do intend to kind of elaborate more on myself, give you guys a better feeling for kind of who I am. Hopefully my commentary can kind of allude to that in some way, shape, or form, but, you know, I understand that some nuances that I might pick up or might understand other people won't. So yeah, we've got a little coin back here. This is the shop. You can go buy stuff with your gold. I got 185 gold. I don't remember the gold breakdowns, if that's like a lot, a little. I do not remember. However, I do know that this is a boon from another god, and I like that. I like getting boons. Boons are cool. So I'm going to get the boon. I'm also going to take a fucking ton of damage from that dude, because again, I'm a bot. Now, this first run, you don't really have, like, anything, right? Like, you don't have any upgrades, really, the stuff that you actually get throughout the runs is very limited. It's, I believe, predetermined to some extent. Like, you're always going to get that first boon from Athena, I believe, unless they change that. Which, everything I'm saying might be completely different now. The game has changed a lot since I last played it. But, to my understanding, that's how that is. So, let's go talk to this god.
That was revelry? People having a good time? Well, sure then. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I'll accept this message.
Hey there, Zag man, how's it going? Look, you have got to get here with the rest of us already. We've been saving you a spot. Let me see what I can do. Make life a little sweeter for you in the meantime.
So it's Dionysus. I don't know why, but he feels... I don't know if he was intentionally written this way. He might have been, but he feels very, like... like, chill frat bro to me. Like, I don't know. They're... Fraternity brothers tend to have kind of a stereotype, I feel, which is not fair to them. Not every fraternity brother is the stereotype. But, I don't know, Dionysus just feels like a cool guy to hang out with, right? So here's one, so, like, he buffs our cast, right? The cast damage goes up, you can see, but it also turns it into Festive Fog, which it basically, I don't know, I haven't used the cast very much if you've seen, but right now I just shoot a little kind of reddish orb in a straight line. Now this one said lob like a grenade that turns into a gas cloud that does damage within it. Oh, and it stuns foes. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. After Party is good if you're bad like me and you live on low health, because basically one of the big points of this game is that it's very difficult to heal. If you take damage, that's real bad, because like it's not like your Dark Souls, right, where you've got an Estus Flask that you can chug or something along those lines, right? Like you're gonna get attrition down most of the time, from the runs that I played at least, where like, oh, I took one hit here and now I'm a little bit lower, and oh, I took another hit there, yada yada. Or you go and fight a boss and get absolutely destroyed because you've never seen him before. I really like Positive Outlook. I think 40%... No, I misread that. I don't like Positive Outlook. 10% damage reduction when you're at 40% less life. I don't think it's very good, because this would be good if you're taking a lot of little hits. Even then, no, it's percentage based. I don't think this is good. This is garbage. What am I talking about? I'm going to go for After Party because I am Monkey Brain and don't use the cast. So this is something I don't have to think about. It just does it. So, you know, Jano. I'm going to try and use the cast more now that I've called myself a Monkey Brain. I'm going to prove to you all and myself that I'm not Monkey Brain. I'm at least like a... I don't know, what's higher than a monkey? Is a Neanderthal higher than a monkey? They're like common ancestors, but I don't know if that speaks to their intelligence level at all. Maybe we don't go through this bit, huh? Maybe we don't talk about things we don't know about. Just focus on like not dying. That'd be pretty cool. So as you can see, the Athena dash just does so much work. Like, oh, there's a projectile coming, bop, not anymore. Oh, you're gonna swing at me, bop, not anymore. Like, it's so nice. Holy Shield would be good if I got this earlier, because I take a lot of damage. But at this point, if I take more damage, I die. So not very good. Again, buffing the special could be good. It makes it do a 60% more damage. That's very significant. And lets it deflect, but I don't use it that much. However, Blinding Flash I don't like, just because the bonus it gives is backstab damage, and I don't really look at positionals. There's a lot of, you're going to notice a lot of the choices I pick are pretty streamlined. The less I have to think, the better in my book. There's no other way to go but forward. Now, there's a little skull on that orb. I believe this is a mini-boss that I'm going into here, so... we got these little bomb thrower dudes. Mini-bosses, typically there's going to be like two generic... I say generic mobs, but like, I wouldn't call them generic, really. They're enemies from later in the game, further in. They will always have much more health, and they will always start with shields, so you don't just like stun lock them into oblivion, right? Because where's the fun in that? And really, the game just kind of is... Oh, well, I was going to say the game is get their shields off and then stun lock them to oblivion, but then I died! So now we get to see what happens when you die. And here we are.
Damn it. I'm home.
I'm home. I'm home. The House of Hades. Let's talk with
Welcome to the House
Hypnos.
of Hades, where... Wait, I know you. Guess that means you died out there, huh? Well, don't be sad, though. Pretty much everybody dies sometime.
Some of us more than others.
Back already,
Hello, Papa.
stupid boy. I told you nobody gets out of here, whether alive or dead. So how was your wanton ransacking of my domain?
Greetings, Father. My ransacking was a delight, thank you for asking. So I'll just be on my way again.
Be on your way indeed. What do I care? You shall never reach the surface. Go, see for yourself.
This is our father, Hades. We are Zagreus, the prince of the underworld, as Hades is king, ruler, lord, whatever title you want to use of the underworld. We are his son. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. A little bit of a burp. But we don't like it here. It's smelly. It's dark. It's damp. There are ghosts. You just run through people. Nobody really wants to talk except for, like, your dad or Hypnos here. But the one good thing that the underworld has is Cerberus. Hey, buddy.
Infernal watchdog Cerberus regards the underworld prince with mixed emotions, from purest joy to deepest melancholy.
You watch over things for me, won't you, boy? You know I'd take you if I could.
And, of course, you
There's
can
a good
pet the
boy.
dog. That would be madness if you couldn't.
I will not just merely
He's a good
listen
boy.
to this.
Look at how happy he is. Oh, I love dogs. Who doesn't love dogs? Well, you might not love dogs if, like, I know there are people who are afraid of dogs, and I get that. There are big dogs, they're spooky, you know, like,
Returned.
but I love dogs. This is
Good to see
Achilles.
you, lad. Despite the circumstances, remember your training out there. The pain of death is but another obstacle.
And fear is for the weak. Take care, Achilles.
So Achilles kind of plays the role of our mentor. He trained Zagreus in the ways of the sword. Zagreus was studying the sword while you were out
The
partying.
House of Hades, that dark and lavishly appointed lair of the underworld's king, is home not just to him, but to his willful progeny.
You know I can hear you, old man.
That's one thing I do like, is that the narrator is like an actual dude, just like talking over his life. Can you imagine that? Like you had an actual narrator just every time you do like, oh, and so the young man in his early 20s went to get another bagel. It's like, shut up, guy. You don't know me.
Do not despair, child. Such setbacks are inevitable and may be overcome with effort and with time. You made contact with the goddess Athena. She shall be true to her word.
I believe it, Nix. I'm grateful that you put us into contact. I know you took a considerable risk in reaching out.
The risk is not to me. I expected the Olympians would involve themselves in this eventually. Reveal to them no more than they already know. Are we understood?
Yes, we are.
So that's Nyx. She is the one who basically, again, I'm basically summarizing what they just said, as if you guys can't read, but, or even listen. You don't even have to read, you can just listen. But, she basically reached out to Mount Olympus and was like, yo, my son, she's also our mother, my son is stuck in Hades and in hell, the underworld, and he wants to get out. And they're like, yeah, that's pretty cool, we can get behind that. That place sucks. So here's my room.
The
Got some various things to look
bedchambers
at.
of Prince Zagreus lie in a perpetual state of utter disarray, despite his lord and master of the house repeatedly insisting that he pick everything up.
Oh, come on, it's not that bad, is it?
Now, like, honestly, this is pretty, like, rebel teenager of me, but, like, this room doesn't look that bad, guys. Like, yes, it could be a little bit more organized. You got some books here, some scrolls, but, like, come on, who actually picks up everything in their house all the time? Like, are these, like, clothes over here? That's, like, a little weird, but whatever. Maybe, like, organize your chest, I guess. Like, at least get it to clothes. I mean, it doesn't have to be, like, all prim and proper, but at least let the freaking lid close.
Misguide me.
So here's the Mirror of Night. This is that upgrade. Oh, excuse me. The cough's coming back. Here's the upgrades that I was talking about earlier. So basically, you can use these darkness orbs, as I believe they're called, to get various upgrades. Now, Shadow Presence is really good because damage is really good. However, it only works when you're striking enemies from behind. As I discussed earlier, I don't really do that because I'm bad. So instead, I can actually get both. But instead, I tend to value Chthonic Vitality more. I don't think I pronounced that right. I'm so sorry. 1 health when you exit a chamber is not a lot, but over the course of an entire run, that's like a hit or 2. So, I mean, it's something. It's better than nothing, right? Like, I got no other way to heal right now, so it's literally better than nothing. So here's the real meat of the game, brother. So we've got our weapons. Now, from what I remember, I was really partial to the spear. However, I only have enough keys to get the bow right now, so we'll do that.
Coronach.
You know what? We'll try out the bow.
Let's deal some death.
And hey, here's this dude.
Nice place you got here, boyo. Name's Skelly, how's it going? But enough with the small talk already. I'm here to do a job. So let me have it. Give me everything you got.
I don't remember having you on payroll, mate. Who's your supervisor?
Oh, I'm not about to wrap my sources, pal. Just try and beat it out of me.
If you insist.
So here's our training dummy.
No, keep hitting me.
And as you can see, the bow plays very differently to the sword, whereas you pick up the sword, right? Slam, bam, thank you, ma'am. Big wave special, you know. Oh, the dash strike is also pretty good. I use that a lot. Quick little stab. Not spammy, but, you know, you're pressing buttons, right? Whereas the bow, you kind of have this little charge up. And if you'll notice, the range increases, right? So if I just tap the button, you know, the arrow doesn't go anywhere. Whereas if I actually hold it down, the range increases. You can also move the stick. Again, I'm playing on controller to angle, choose where you're shooting. It does kind of lock onto enemies, though, so you don't really have to, like, get precision aim on every shot, right? However, you'll notice when it charges up, it flashes white for just a moment there. Now, if you release it right when it flashes white, your shot will do more damage. And I don't really know how to, like, explain this, but I just kind of look for, like, I just feel it out, I guess. Like, there's a little bit of an effect on the arrow that shows you're doing more damage, aside from the obvious increased number. I don't know, it just, like, feels different. The SFX hit differently. I don't know. The Y on it is a little spread fire. I don't use this a lot, just because it doesn't really do much damage or knockback. I guess if you're fighting a bunch of those little skull guys, it could be nice to do one of these. I really feel like that this is just kind of a vessel for whatever boons you get from the different gods. And then there is the dash strike. I don't really see how this is that much different from, like, the normal strike. Like, I feel like you should just, like, do a normal shot, right? But, you know, what do I know? Here are keepsakes. These are basically little relics that we can take along the way that will give us various boons and benefits. I have none right now. You actually get them from interacting with people. So throughout the runs, you can get these little gifts that you can give to people, and they'll give you keepsakes and talk to you.
I can do this.
Nice little overview of
Let's get past the
hell.
of Tartarus.
Tartarus, excuse me.
Easily said than done.
How dare I?
Doubtless I'll be running into Meg.
It also tells you how far
Whatever
you've gone.
flame up
That's
to
pretty
just
cool.
beyond.
And Zagreus gives you a
Maybe
little bit of a
I'll cruise in
rundown
from there,
of
and figure something out.
basically what's
Escape from the
what's
corridor
going
back
down.
there.
So I think that is where I'm going to call it for this first video. Thank you all for watching. Again, my name is Fullon, and I will see you soon for the next one. Bye bye.